It was 3 a.m. when Aling Linda has fallen deeply into slumber, when she heard a consecutive sound of gunshots outside her house. She started to shake relentlessly while worrying about her 37-year-old son, Pablo, who was out the night before with his high school friends for a small reunion. She quickly grabbed her wooden rosary necklace and non-stop prayed the Holy Rosary. She was crying her heart out to the God she believes in, asking for guidance given to her only son. Apparently, continuous praying meant to be a lullaby for you to sleep. Aling Linda, clueless of what's happening to her, she was back to her sleep. The next morning, her grandchildren was waking her up. "Lola, quickly! You should see the news on the TV." Still lost in her sleep, she was confused, but she stood up right away with a negative instinct. Earlier this morning at 3 a.m., the PNP has shot 10 people in the narrow streets of Tondo, Manila. In that house, a loving and hopeful mother, 3 beautiful children, and a faithful wife was waiting for Pablo and was hoping he wasn't a part of the 10 people shot that morning. Will Tatoy be home today? I'm sure he will. He probably just grabbed some breakfast for you guys. Aling Linda assured her grandchildren, but to herself, she wasn't actually sure. This is what modern Filipino informal settlers, or just a passerby in the late night along the streets, go through every once in a while. Possibly a never-ending war on drugs, never-ending target on the drug addicts, never-ending search, a never-ending cycle of losing your loved ones. The question that's sure to be stuck in one's mind is it satisfying to know that no one will be an addition to this drug abuse? Or nerve-wracking, knowing that tomorrow will be my last day, your last day, or their last day? Tambays are just family and friends who would like to live the life given to them. PNP versus Tambays. Who is really winning? Which one is losing? Going back to the year 2017, specifically August 16th, a 17-year-old student named Kian Del Santos, and I quote, was found dead in a fetal position with gunshots to his head after a so-called one-time, big-time, anti-illegal drugs operation by the Caloocan City Police. Kian was just like any other students. He was preparing for a quarterly examination, which is of 3 subjects, for the next day. But since PNP spotted him outside, most probably at a late hour, he was suspected to be a part of the group of drug addicts. This is just one of the hundreds of stories relating to this issue. Many more children, teens, and adults are being accused of something they may or may have not done. Regardless of who you are, chances are if you stay later than 11 p.m. outside of your cozy home, if you just turn your head with a single trigger, you're lifeless. No justice to a death unwanted. It isn't much of a curiosity to know about the policeman's intention because it's definitely all for the huge amount of money they're about to receive. This whole chaos is just purely unjust. We can't fight back. We can't run away. We can't even live a life after being falsely accused. It is unfair to know that these policemen will have the pleasure while our family and friends will be mourning for our sudden death. One of the highlight lyrics of Girls' Generation's hit song Genie, Tell Me Your Wish, Aling Linda, the loving mother from the story above, would have responded, the safety of my son Pablo. But the question is he really safe? Will the family still expect him to be with them? How much more inhumane behavior will there be just so others can live the luxury life? Is this where we apply the famous quote, to restore humanity? But what are we restoring if there's no humanity? Thank you.